In a world often filled with noise, spectacle, and distraction, there are still moments so pure, so deeply human, that they stop everything. Moments where the world falls silent, and all that exists is love, new, overwhelming, undeniable love. On July 13, the world was reminded of that truth, not by a speech or a headline, but through a quiet, glowing series of Instagram photos. Olivia Culpo and Christian McCaffrey, a couple admired for their poise, passion, and partnership, revealed to the world their most intimate and meaningful accomplishment yet, the birth of their daughter. Her name, Colette Annalise McCaffrey. 3 names, each one chosen with care, each one a legacy in the making, each one now part of a new chapter in their lives, and in the hearts of millions who have followed their journey. Olivia Culpo, 33. A model, an actress, a woman whose public life has been marked by grace, determination, and a fierce sense of self. Christian McCaffrey, 29. A warrior on the football field. A running back with the kind of explosive power that leaves stadiums breathless, but whose gentleness away from the turf reveals a far greater strength. Together, they have faced bright lights and harsh criticisms. Together, they've endured the crushing weight of expectation and the exhausting pressure of the spotlight. But now, they face something different. Something deeper. Something that makes all their past trials seem like a whisper compared to the thunderous joy of parenthood. And they stepped into that role not with a press release, not with fanfare, but with warmth. With humility. With joy etched into their eyes. The photos, soft, honest, beautiful, tell the story that words can only hope to capture. There is one of Colette's tiny arm, folded gently against her swaddle, the kind of image that makes even the most cynical heart melt. A reminder of the miracle that new life brings, delicate, perfect, and full of promise. There are photos of Culpo and McCaffrey holding their daughter close in the delivery room, their eyes not focused on the camera, but on her. Because in those moments, nothing else matters. No cameras, no careers, just her. In one especially moving shot, Christian leans into Olivia, forehead pressed gently against hers, as she cradles their daughter in her arms. It's a portrait of love. Not the red carpet kind, but the real kind. The kind forged in sweat, pain, relief, and the beauty of shared strength. These aren't just pictures. They're poetry. For Olivia, this birth is more than a physical event. It's a culmination of everything she's built herself to be. She's stepped into many roles in life: beauty queen, influencer, actor, entrepreneur, but now she embraces a role that will define her in ways she never imagined: mother. For Christian, who's spent his life running through defenders and making split-second decisions under pressure, this is a different kind of battlefield. This is where his heart, not his muscles, takes the lead. And judging by his presence in those photos, he is already winning. The name, Colette, evokes elegance. It suggests tradition. It whispers strength. Annalise brings grace, intelligence, and a softness that complements the power of her first name. And McCaffrey, a name known across football fields and locker rooms, now carries a new meaning. It's no longer just about touchdowns and stat sheets. It's now about lullabies, first steps, and bedtime stories. In their announcement, there were no over-the-top captions. No dramatic filters. Just simplicity. And in that simplicity, there was magic. This is a new chapter not just for them, but for the millions who've watched them grow, as individuals, as partners, and now, as parents. There's something grounding about watching public figures embrace private joys. It reminds us that behind every magazine cover and every game day highlight is a person. A soul, a dreamer, a lover, and now, in this case, a mother and a father. They are digging their heels into the trenches of parenting, yes, but not with resistance. With resolve. With the kind of spirit that knows the journey ahead will be messy and sleepless, but beautiful beyond measure. The late-night feedings. The first fever. The first word. The scraped knees. The tiny hand that reaches up for comfort, not knowing the world, just knowing mom and dad. All of that awaits Olivia and Christian. And they are ready. The world can feel distant and chaotic. But in rooms across the planet, life begins like this, with a cry, a gasp, and a love so fierce it changes everything. Baby Colette will grow up knowing her parents not just through Google searches or game replays, but through bedtime kisses, Sunday pancakes, and the warmth of arms that never let go. She may not know, right away, the impact her birth had on the public consciousness. She may not understand why thousands of fans left messages of congratulations and adoration in the comment section. But one day, she will. She will see those photos. She will read the headlines. And she will know that from the very first day of her life, she was loved, not just by those who created her, but by a vast circle of strangers who saw her and believed in love again. This is not the end of Olivia and Christian's story. This is a new beginning. The sleepless nights, the spit up, the midnight rocking chairs, the first giggles, the second child someday, perhaps. The decisions, the fears, the joy, all of it, and through it all, they will hold her, guide her, learn from her. Because as every parent learns, it is not just the child who grows, but the parents too. So let the world celebrate this moment not with gossip, not with cynicism, but with reverence. Because when a child is born, hope is reborn. And in this world, we could use a little more of that. Welcome to the world, Colette Annalise McCaffrey. You are already loved more than you will ever know.